Welcome again. This is Jay Harrigan with the Hobart Chamber of Commerce, the Executive Director. And I'm here this morning we have a guest. Jason, if you'd like to introduce yourself.
Sure. Morning, Jay. I'm Jason Beres. I'm the president of the Hobart Chamber for 2023, and I am a partner at Datamine Internet Marketing Solutions located in beautiful Miller Beach, Indiana.
Great, welcome. Well, we just want to cover a few things going on in the chamber, some upcoming events and some things that we've done recently. We do have our next event that's coming up is our breakfast. We do have a breakfast meeting every month, and this month is going to be April 18th at the Hobart High School, a little change of venue. We normally have it here at our chamber building, but Dr. Buffington is going to be speaking. She always does a great job. I'm sure you've heard her speak before.
Yeah, and she's going to be teaching us, I guess, about Hobart University.
Yes.
So that program is, if I understand correctly, it's an opportunity for students to overachieve in a sense, gather some college credits while they're in high school. So she's going to inform us and educate us on that whole program.
Yeah, it's a wonderful opportunity. I mean, the kids can actually get, I believe, like a whole year's worth of college credits while they're at high school.
And the credits are good for Indiana colleges and
They're
universities?
definitely good for Indiana. I'm sure we'll learn a lot more about where else they can be used, but yeah, I think it's up to the discretion of the colleges as to what all they accept. But I know the state of Indiana, all the colleges, universities, accept all the credits that you get. So
wow.
Saves the kids a lot of money.
For sure.
Saves the parents a lot of money.
Yeah, right.
And you know, it's a great thing too for businesses to, these are the go-getters, you know. I mean, these are the ones that are putting the extra time and everything, during their high school days. So
yeah.
It's an exciting thing, and Dr. Buffington does a great program. I've seen a small portion of it, so it's exciting. So there's still room available, so if anybody's interested in coming to that.
Yeah, can register. I believe there's a link on the newsletter. Right. You can register online for that event.
So bring some friends along.
We'll do.
So, also this month we have the 27th of April is our awards banquet. You're kind of in charge of that.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm part of it.
Right.
We did. I had a wonderful opportunity to go out and do some presentation at the schools. There are 3 teacher awards that were presented at each school, one at the high school level, one at the middle school level, and one at the elementary school level. Couldn't have had a more deserving set of individuals. They were humble, they were emotional. It was very touching to be part of that, and we'll get an opportunity to see them again at the awards banquet on the 27th, which is going to be at Gino's.
Mm-hmm. Gino's
and
Banquet Hall
from 5 to 7. Be a little networking prior to the event. We're also going to be honoring some business leaders and organizations in the community, as well as police and fire.
Great. That's the first time I got to go to the school thing too. That was amazing. And they did it over the loudspeakers, and we had a few of our chamber members there, and then at each school they had a little entourage, and we walked down the halls and they announced it over the speakers. It was exciting. It was an emotional thing because none of them knew it was coming.
Right.
So it was a total surprise.
It was great.
The kids responded well too.
Mm-hmm.
May 11th is our luncheon. It's going to be the mayor's state of the city. He does every year. This will be his last state of the city because this is his last term. He's not returning as our mayor, as you well know.
Yes.
So he always does a great presentation. He has all his city employees there, or his heads of departments, and they tell everything that. And actually, I've already seen this one because they did it at the meeting the other night, and it's not over just this last year. He covers basically his whole
his tenure, the history.
Right.
Well, and I think it's going to be interesting. It's a transitional year for sure, and there's so many new things happening with the 2040 plan and what's happening with downtown.
That's right.
So it's a very exciting time to be part of the business and the community, as well as a resident in Hobart.
And a member of the chamber.
Mm-hmm.
It's great. Things are really happening now. We're really excited about it all. Of course, then June 9th is our golf outing, one of our biggest events. That's always a great time. It's going to be at River Point.
Yeah.
River Point. where it was last year. That was my first event as executive director. So I took, it was like a week after I took office, we had this huge event. So that was a nice way to start.
It's always a premier event for us. Right now, actually, is a great time if you're trying to plan out your outings and your events that you do as a company, maybe entertaining a client, taking some prospective future clients out. On the golf course, right now we're offering a foursome, and the foursome comes with a free hole sponsorship if you register early bird, which I believe is until the end of the month.
End of April, right. So get them in now while you take advantage of that free advertising.
Absolutely.
Basically. So it's always a big turnout. I think we sell it out every year.
It's a great time. I love to go out there and offer my landscaping services to the golf course every time I play.
There you go. Kevin's in charge of that, and he's been doing it for like 10 years. So boy, he's got it down. It's an easy event for us, but
it's great. Some people, if you're not a golfer and you just want to come for the food is excellent.
All right. They cater it there from one of their other golf courses, I believe. But
yeah.
Then, of course, we go into the 4th of July. We have exciting things with the 4th of July. We're taking back over the parade. We're bringing back the memory books.
Yeah, and the theme of the memory book this year is traditions, and I think that's kind of fitting that we're bringing it back. It's going to be kind of an all hands on deck thing, and it touches on a lot of points for the chamber and what we're trying to do from a long-term perspective. We're a business organization, but we're here because of the community, and obviously businesses don't survive without strong support from the community. So this is a nice opportunity for us to come together, businesses and the community, at an event and really enjoy the 4th of July with the parade and the festivities, and also the memory book with that theme, carrying that theme through the traditions theme. We've got a wonderful pictorial that we're going to be putting together. We were kind of granted thousands of historical images.
We have a lot of pictures, that's for sure.
Yeah, and you took on the challenge of digitizing all of those images, which is quite a lot of work.
Right.
Thanks to Jay, right? Getting those digitized so we can utilize them in the directory. So we're going to probably have about a 50-50 balance between what we do, which is it's a memory book, and it's also our business directory.
Our directory, right. So all the businesses that are in the chamber are going to be listed in there with all their information, contact information, and it's actually traditions, past, present, and future.
Right.
So we're kind of covering all bases there, and get more traditional than that memory book and the 4th of July parade. It's going to be really exciting. We haven't done it for the last few years, but we've been granted the opportunity to take it back, and we're definitely taking advantage of it. It's going to be exciting.
So how people can register, we're going to have registration available online, as well as people will, some people will probably bring in a registration form and a payment to the chamber office.
Right.
And we have registrations for that. The memory book itself, that's going to be a little bit different. We do have ad space available, everything from the back page or the inside front page down to like a business card size ads.
Right.
That's also been a very popular way for local businesses to get their information out to the public. These are they're keeper books. We distribute them at commonly traveled local venues. A lot of the banks will actually have them. I know we'll have them here at the chamber office.
They'll be all over town. But the thing is, go get them because
they
run
quick.
out. They do.
It's a limited run, and it's something that people hang on to. I mean, it's kind of like a coffee table book that's for free, right?
Exactly, right, you're right. Because they are free. You just go pick them up. So, they're definitely keepsakes. Definitely, I've got a stack of them at home, and every now and then it's fun to look back through them, and especially if you're in one or two of them, and see how you changed.
Yeah, I just looked at myself from 2014.
I was going to say,
chuckle.
we're just looking at you, from that one. So, so that was good.
So the chamber is going to be doing some outreach regarding the advertising in the memory book.
Right.
We want to remind everyone, and most of you who are members, and maybe some of you who aren't that should be, will be getting some phone calls if you've advertised previously. We'll be reaching out to you. I believe the ad deadline is May 17th.
I think that's correct.
And so, we've got about a month or so to get those ads in place. And again, it's a high demand book. So, if you want to be an advertiser, you want to get your ad in as soon as possible, just be submitting a digital ad. Again, if it's a business card size, that's a piece of cake. If you've got something that you've got more formal, needs a photograph with it, a logo, maybe a little language with it, and we'll get those ads put together for you. If you have a pre-made ad, that saves time.
All the better.
Yep.
Right? And in addition to that, for all the people who have been putting off joining the chamber, now's the time to do it because you want to get in that directory.
For sure.
Because if you're not in the chamber, you're not going to be in the directory. You
have
can
to
still
wait till-
advertise.
Right, but you'd have to wait till next year's directory.
Right, and that's where a lot of people do look at that directory, when they're looking for businesses,
For sure.
Things that they need done.
Yep.
So we do have a few new members at the chamber now. Tax Cats, they're an accounting and tax firm. They're new. We have Maria Reiner Center back with us.
Right.
They were a member before, and every time I see Amy, she says, "We got to join again." And
They did.
Finally got that in time, so they'll be in the directory. So there you go. We do have a new business in town, Bella May Boutiques. I don't know if you've seen the place yet, but they have great clothing, and it's mostly women. They have a small section of men, not my size, but she's already expanded. She had one space, and she's moved into the other.
Wow.
So they're doing great, and Heidi there, the owner, she actually has the Cut Loose, the hair salon on Main Street. So she's got two businesses now in Hobart.
Wow.
She styles hair there also, but I think she's going to kind of get away from that more and concentrate on the boutique. But it's a really nice business. So brings foot traffic to Hobart.
For sure.
That's a
right?
great thing. We're getting a lot more businesses that do that. So
Well, and that's the thing, it kind of makes Hobart unique is we have these different business corridors, and we kind of cater to small business as well as some of the larger businesses, bigger box stuff that's out on the highway. But it's opportunities for the residents to be able to get easy access to all those things.
right. We're going to be working with her and getting a ribbon cutting going there to draw attention to the ribbon new business. So it's a wonderful thing. And speaking of ribbon cuttings,
We just had one over at Petland.
Petland, right?
And,
You were there for that one.
Yes, and that was fantastic, and it was interesting to learn more about their company and their history there at that location. Hobart's one of the original locations for corporate. They do have some independent franchisees, but this is a corporately run and operated Petland, and they've been there for 30 years. So they are pretty much an anchor tenant in that mall strip on the north end of 30.
I heard it was a great ribbon cutting.
It
You
was.
guys got a tour of the place and really learned a lot about their business. And
Yeah, and it's a totally revamped, brand new. They redid the entire inside of the place, modernized everything, and they have people that have been there as a team working together for the duration for 30 years. So it's a testament to how much they like each other and
yeah, that's amazing.
and how much they like to do business there in Hobart, Indiana.
I hated missing the ribbon cutting, although I'm probably better off not going there because I would have walked out with a puppy at least.
There you go.
It's hard not to when you go in there.
Well, they have all different types of pets, but certainly the puppies are super cute.
Yeah, they're hard to resist, that's for sure. We do have another ribbon cutting at Legacy Nutrition. They're a business located on Route 30. And as I understand, it's kind of a family thing. We're going to do a ribbon cutting on a Saturday, which is a little different from our normal weekday morning or afternoon or evening. But we're going to be doing it on a Saturday coming up here, the 29th, I believe it is.
At noon?
At noon.
Okay,
right.
Saturday
So
at noon.
anybody's welcome to come out
Yeah,
and
mark your calendars, people.
partake in the ribbon cutting, and there might be some little treats there for everybody. And she said something about possibly doing that. We did also have, in addition to Petland, we did have a ribbon cutting at the Tavern on the Lake. That was a great time, of course. How could that
St.
not be?
Patty's Day,
How
right.
could that not
Yeah.
be good? St. Patrick's Day. Yeah, he had that place decorated to the hilt. It was one of our better ones, I'd say. He gave us all a drink ticket, if I'm not mistaken. So it was a little additional thing. They are opening their outside patio soon. I was by there the other day, and they're setting out the chairs and everything, getting ready for that. And so we'll probably have some kind of opening there for that too. It's a great place, great food.
Yeah, great venue overlooking the lake.
Overlooking
and
the lake.
They have live entertainment Thursdays
Thursdays and
Saturdays.
I believe, both days. So, of great entertainment. Chris and Lou played there. I know they're regulars there, I believe. And great food, great drinks. I kind of hate to admit, but I was there 3 nights in a row for dinner. My wife's out of town, where she was, so there you go. The reason I wasn't at the Petland ribbon cutting is we did have our Meet the Candidates. It was at the high school in connection with the Key Club. We had 16 out of the 24 candidates there. They each got 5 minutes to basically give their speech or answer questions. They could do with it as they liked, and they had 3 people there that did such an outstanding job. Students, just right on.
Kept everybody in line.
Right, and
Cut them off and told them to be quiet after 5 minutes.
5 minutes?
Yeah.
Candidate, I'm sorry to say, but you've run out of time. They had great questions to ask them. If they didn't take their whole 5 minutes talking, as soon as they stopped with their thing, they would ask them a question. And they had questions that were relative to what they were saying. So they were. It wasn't
Very
just
well
a canned speech. And the students were all attentive. Everybody was paid attention and got to learn about the candidates. These are the people that this is their first time voting, a lot of them, and it's a great opportunity. Civic. Afterwards, the candidates went out into the audience and they gathered around. The students gathered around their candidates that they wanted to hear more from. So it was definitely a great program. Hoping to do it again in the fall, November, for the general election, but primary election's coming up here. So. We did have a breakfast with Americlean last month. Josh did a great program with that too. Tell them about cleanup on disasters and things that keep your business in business if there's a problem.
Right.
He has spoken to us before in years past, and we brought him back and went very well. And really, thank you for coming, Jason. It's always a pleasure. Thank you for everybody for watching, and see you again soon.